See me far away, Shabada. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see. Yeah, unless you have the sense. You go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I am. How na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about una way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one apart. I need to understand why this truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Somebody watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Oh, make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see. Yeah, unless you have the sense. Oh, you go like to pretend. Oh, do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I am. Samada, cha cha cha, kick cha. I come back again to tell people say, now here we dey. We don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no arrange. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at Islam is killing innocent Christians every day. It depends me, yo. It depends me, yo. It depends me, yo. Chupoki kogama, Pateranya say maka, Pateranya say maka. I know ginaka, che. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mohamadike one, Biafra nile, Ayisigi Gabaniru, Donya Kaya Kacha, Weli Feneme, Onye Naya Nejuno Yine, Juku Pamawaja. You are whiter than snow. Woku Kibesioku. We stand where you stand. We say no secret trial. Onyinye Chuku, Ezosika, Osiki, Mohamadike, no secret trial. Prophet with young Osiki, Madike, Osike Jisike, Matus, Ejike, Koli, Osike, one day Puja Bije, Sikwa, Noeli Feneme, Noeli Fenafia, Noeli Fenako, Esi one name, Victor, Chimezie, Okorochukwu, Igbo Network Television, London, Osiki Jisike, Nahabu Ginazu, Umu Biafra Nile, Gedine Numa, Asiki Gabaniru, no secret trial, no secret trial, no secret trial. No secret trial. Hey! Watch me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Oh, make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see. Yeah, unless you have the sense. Oh, you go like to pretend. Oh, do not run away. Find us over you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I am. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought.
Oh, Chukwuoki Kabiama, Momo Biafra na yogi, Sibianu Lulani. Yo, yo, Alile Bumbu. ekele maka na arụ na-eme ogbugbo na-egbu ụmụnne ọ na-agbakwa m anya mmiri ogbugbo na-egbu ụmụ Igbo ọ na-eju m akwa ọbara ụmụnne m ejuwo n'ala niile ọbara ụmụ Imo steeti ịma na ọkwafusiana dododo bịa batara anya ọsọ enyemaka maka na ihe na-eme na be anyị ihe na-eme na Ebonyi steeti ọkwa trela ka eji ebuzu ndị mmadụ ịbatanụ na Anambra ihe dị egwu mere ihe dị egwu mere na Mkpọ ihe dị egwu mere na Nanoye ịbatazie na Enugu steeti ihe dị egwu mere ihe dị egwu mere na-emene ebe ụmụ Igbo na-agwa akwụkwọ leka anyị ga-akọdowe ha ka njezienụ na Bangwa nke dị n'Abia steeti ihe dị egwu mere na Ikesi nke dị na Laba Olisado bịa duruola anyị Olisado bịa hichaa n'anya anya mmiri.
Asị m n'ọnwụ unu nwoke bụ nwa eze Chukwu bụ ụzọ mba aka ji ọfọ Igbo ọzọ eme nte eme ime ọsị m nọ ya nọ n'etiti unu taa ọsọ unu binye enu n'oge akara aka eluo mmụọ na nna anyị ochie asị m gị binye mmụọ na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo asị m gị binye oke ọfọ ji eje ọgụ asị m unu binye ọfọ ndị Igbo niile asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị mmiri asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị ikuku asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị na-ebe asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị idodi ikwu na-eme asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị amambara asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri nji aba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ọgba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị m gị binye oke arụsị na n'ike ojuru nwaanyị aga asị m gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na Chijireji efola asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na Chijireji efola nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike ọ ya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya nwa bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na Eke napụta ya na Orie napụta ya na Afọ napụta ya na Nkwọ asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-anapụta Nnamdi Kanu na Eke napụta ya na Orie napụta ya na Afọ napụta ya na Nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lachaa Chukwu okike abịama onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị Eke n'ala Igbo asị m na Eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ Eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe Oke ga-eketara ya ndụ Oke ga-eketara ya Biafra Oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe Oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra ndị ilu ya ga-anọ n'ụla ọkwa na ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwensu asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwensu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịara igbu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onwe ya onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri ọnụ niile kpọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lachaa osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aka asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla asị m alịla akọrọ ya n'anya onye fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ma asị m na belede nyiri dike belede ka o ji amawa dike asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose ọ dadị ukwu ose enu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwado nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama afụ ya anya asị m na-eje anaba isi ije asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwi ha sị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụla eje nkụ ha sị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri ha sị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo ha sị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere ha sị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ha sị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga tụnye ugo ga nye ya mmeri ga nye ya mmeri ga nye ya mmeri tụnye ugo n'elu ugo nye ike n'elu ike nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu na efufe unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo na ofufe ha sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra ka nwee ike wee kwuchie anyị ọnụ ka ha nwere ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri ndị nwe ikuku ndị nwe anyanwụ mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile ọ kpọfọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra asị m unu binyenu asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ ọkwa na unu ga-aga buori ahịa ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m unu binye maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebubu ụzọ asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eri nnu asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee rie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ama
ise We are here live and direct, and today is the 25th, 25th day of October 2022. Today is Orie Market Day. Obochi Orie Kobo. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of enlightenment, the gospel of liberty, freedom. That is what we do here. That you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is what we do. Therefore, what we are doing has no ethnic coloration. Make no mistake about it. Everybody needs it. Even the Almajiris. You need to be free from the grips of your feudal elites. Feudal elites. That is why I welcome all and sundry. Even the Almajiris, as our leader could say, come with your slate and chalk so that you can write down and memorize. You know, the same way you are memorizing Quran. Memorize things that are being taught here and think about it. Apply common sense. That is what we preach here. We don't preach hatred, no. You know, in a country of lies or liars, somebody that preaches truth, it becomes pungent in the ears of the people. They will tell you, oh, bring him to kill, bring him to kill. He speaks the truth because they are accustomed to lying or lies. Here, we try to bring you back to common sense. Common sense. That is what we do. To bring you back to think or reason like a human being that you are supposed to be. The difference between human beings and other animals is because human beings can reason. Human beings have advanced brain that is made for reasoning. Do you understand? But when you cannot reason, when you are there only for looking for your food, then I ask, what is the difference between you and ordinary animal? Goat. Goat, from morning till night, all that matters to eat is grasses to eat. If it's not directly mewing down grasses, eating, is sitting down somewhere chewing cud. A goat never think about how the future will be. No. They never think about the technology. That is not their problem. Their primary, secondary, tertiary problem is their stomach. That is it. How to fill their stomach. And after that, they go to sleep. After, they go and shit. That's it. And reproduce. That is the only thing. Now, if you are unproductive as Nigerians, you are made unproductive by the system. A country of 200 and something million people, but they import virtually everything they use. How do you refer to that country? It's a country of animals, honestly. When human beings cannot be productive or made to be productive, you know that they are just like ordinary animals. What matters for them is what to put inside their belly. They don't think about any other thing. Even if it is for the government to borrow money for them to feed. That's it. Therefore, here we make you to think, to use your sense, common sense, which is not common anyway. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you. Today is Orie Market Day. We are here to do the needful. We are here to preach the gospel. Before I enter into the subject matter, which is the topic says agents of division and conquest. That's what I'm going to talk about or discuss about today, the submission. But before I go there, I want to just look into some news that made headlines, please. News that made headlines. Not from us, but from the zoo. We just read it and analyze it. That's it. Now, Monday, October 24, 2022. It says, the headline says, federal government tells appeal court why we don't want to release Nnamdi Kanu. Now, that is it. The federal government on Monday gave reasons why it has not complied with the Court of Appeal judgment that ordered it to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Federal government in an affidavit it filed in support of its application to stay the execution of the judgment, described the Kanu as a flight risk person, insisting that the case against him borders on national security, relying on the decided case law in Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Asare Dokubo. Federal government argued that once a case touches on national security, the right of the individual affected takes secondary place. Do you see? Now, if this is the case, why then Warren to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court? Where you know you cannot obey anything. Why? You are talking of security or flight risk. Don't you know, the Nigeria, that is a caliphate. Don't you know keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there is worsening the situation? Don't you know that? Don't you know that? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being there in your custody is raising tension raising the polity. Don't you understand? You see, sometimes you sit at home because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention, and billions are lost by the federal government. That's true. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if he's outside, all these things couldn't take place. It will be more secure for him to be outside. You are talking of a flight risk. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there, 2017, he's supposed to go to court, I think, in the next month or next 2 months. It is the same Nigerian government that sent soldiers, military battalion, with on land and air, in order to kill him. Why? You know, Nigeria done anyway. The caliphate. Their British masters always give them bad advice, but with common sense, they should know better. Nigeria government killed Yusufa, the founder of Boko Haram. Today, what is happening? Have you killed the ideology? The answer is no. It becomes worse. There is something the Fulani Caliphate don't understand. Modern governance is different from the old feudal system. One pastor Kinla said, you can never kill an ideology with guns and bullets. You only kill an ideology with a superior ideology. That is the only thing. But the problem is that the caliphate, they don't have any superior argument. That is why everything for them is guns and bullets that they don't even produce. They cannot produce in a million years. Guns and bullets, they cannot produce. That is what matters to them. They thought that everything is intimidation, kill them. Look at what they are doing in our land. Look at how they are tactically removing railway lines. Many of you might have had it or seen it. I know. From Iguacha to Zoakole to Abia. Railway line. They say, oh, we are bringing more. They are removing all those things in order to pay. Telling China to take as scraps. Do you see how they are converting our place, Biafra land, to a desolate place, desolation? Do you see it? If they will build something new, I'll put another rail. Normally, they will never even bring or remove the old airline. I mean the old rail before putting others. No, you will see the sign, but nothing. They use caterpillar, load everything on trailers. You know, it's you people that want Biafra. Okay, we will make sure we destroy everywhere before you people get to your Biafra. Do you see the wickedness of people? The wickedness of the caliphate. Do you see the evil? And people will be soliciting one Nigeria. Even the railway lines leading to Abuja to Kanu or Kaduna that are being vandalized, even they are replacing them every day. They replace them. They use the military in order to vandalize and sell. They replace with the federal government money, with money coming from Biafra land. Now, what these people are doing is only the coming of Biafra will reveal. I pray to Chukwuoke that we will have the serenity to bear what the revelations of the damage they have caused in our land. I'm telling you, they are removing railway lines from our land. Why are they not cutting oil pipelines? Why are they not cutting it? Because all these things also come from Biafra land. Why are they want to turn our land into Stone Age? That is what they are doing. Removing railway lines. And the worst part of it is that our so-called politicians are there. Because they are nothing. They are just ordinary agents agents of division and conquest, as I will preach today. That is who they are. They put there as vassals to their masters. They can't talk anything. They can't rise up. They can't tell the people, look at what is happening. It is very, very pity. I'm telling you honestly. How they are turning our land. Removing railway lines. Do you know what it means? Cutting, they made sure that we don't have seaports. No international airport. Now the other day, don't you see how they, try to block almost Biafra land? Abagana sector, Soka. They block Iguacha side. They block Goja side on road and start burning containers of goods of people. At the end, these people are what these people are doing us before God and man. Even the colonizing Europeans, they never did like this. I'm telling you honestly. This is what South Sudan saw at the elite. I applaud them. I used to give example with them. I applaud. Forget about what is happening now. That is how it can be sometimes. Okay, culture in their land. Forget. They saw the character of the Janjaweed right from before their independence, and they started action that time because they are wise. Do you hear me clear? From 1955, South Sudan carried arms. Before independence, they had independence. Sorry for the squeaky noise, I don't know. South Sudan, they told Britain, they said, no, look, the way we are, you want to keep us under these people. Oh, you people have independence. Okay, I leave you. Okay, I go. The South Sudanese, they told Britain, they said, no, it cannot go like that. Oh. This independence we are doing, we must be separate. You cannot go and hand us over to this Janjaweed in the north. No, it's impossible. Instead, we fight any person that remains. We go into the independence of South Sudan, and that is what happened. Do you understand? From 1955, South Sudanese started the pick up arms because Britain say, who are you to tell us what to do? Who are you monkeys, black monkeys, to tell us what to do? That we own you. One thing is this: the way Europeans react to black people is different. The truth should be told. Look at Haiti. Haiti is a vivid example. The way the Europeans, the West, always rally around against black, all of them, they will always rally around against one black people or one black nation or the other that wants to rise up. They will rally around all, both America, all the white people in this world, they will rally around in order to bring that people down, the black people down, because they don't want us to see the light at all. They want us in Haiti. Look at Haiti. Haiti in 18th century. They had independence. They want to develop. They liberated themselves. They fought very hard. They defeated Napoleon Bonaparte's French army. One of the best in that time, or if not the best. But France rallied both America, England, all the Europeans, the West. Say, Abego on a day there, where this form of slave, the black people. If you allow them, it will be a wrong precedent or wrong signal. They will rise up, they will be developed, and they will be competing with us. the whole Europeans, the whole white people, the whole white world, America, you are seeing, they rally around. America that fought for their independence. They blocked the Britain that used to fight every time with France. They removed their personal feud, their private fight. They remove it. They now have vengeance on the black people, their common enemy. Let me tell you, that is history. It's a historical fact. They blocked Haiti from buying and selling with the outside world. Islands like that, archipelago like that. They blocked them. Britain and America, they brought their navy to block them. They can never buy anything from outside. They can never sell until they regulate. They bow down to France. What I'm telling you, I'm not making it up. It is a reality. But do you know that all these African politicians, they never talk about it? Because all of them are under, they are agents, managers. That's it. When you see that Haiti, oh, there is problem in Haiti, there is a food shortage. Oh, United Nations will playing lip service. Oh, we are going to send the troop there. They have gangs there. You know, they always, associate black race with violence, hunger, not knowing anything, doing nothing. That is how they push us to be. Oh, United Nations, oh, we are going to rise up, we are going to send the troops to Haiti. Oh, they are dying, they are killing themselves. But they don't want to go back and say, why is it so? How much did they pay France? France calculated both their chicken and their goat and say, if you want to trade with the international community, you have to pay France, pay us 40 something billion dollars as of that time, equivalent of more than $400 billion of today, more than. Look at, and they started paying. They have to sell everything they have in order to pay France, in order to enter into the international community. And America was there watching all this injustice. And the so-called people that are giving us standards, setting standards for us, how we should behave, how good, morally good they are. People that they take credit in feeding us. Oh, Africans are dying of hunger. Oh, look at, just watch mainstream media. Once they talk about hunger, they show pictures of Africans. That's the reality. But these people are the terrorists of the world. I'm telling you. If you don't understand, if you don't study history, the mainstream media will turn you into hating your killers. That's the truth. That's the truth. You understand? Anytime they talk about Haiti anywhere, oh, send the food to Haiti. Oh, send relief. Oh, send their diet. Oh, their instability. Of which now? Political instability. Oh, why Haitians are gangs? They are ganging up every day. Why this is savages? Why can't they be quiet? Tell them, look, the history is the real facts. The reality is the West ganged up against Haiti and put them into the situation they are today. Anything United Nations is doing there is all they are doing is rubbish. If they want to, if the United Nations really want to do restitution, they should tell France, oh yeah, France, they will calculate the money, more than $400 billion. Now with the interest, which maybe will reach $1 trillion, they say, okay, give to direct, pump it into Haiti economy. Let us see whether they will not develop. Let us see whether they will continue being savages. But they will not tell you that. They will continue showing you how they are savages. Oh, they are gang. They are poor. Oh, 90% of them are living under poverty line. Oh, this and that. What about Guinea Conakry? Did I tell you what France did there? France destroyed their economy. Complete physically. I'm not telling physically before God, because Sekou Touré, the first president of Guinea, he refused to sign the agreements France prepared before letting any francophone African to go. You have to sign the agreement that they will be your chief, an invisible hand ruling you, that you will continue maintaining the franc CFA. All these things. Sekou Touré said, no, I can, why then should I be independent? It's better you continue ruling. Why should I sign this? It is better I be an independent man but hungry than so shouting I'm independent while you are controlling everything and making me even hungry. France said, okay, who is this monkey to even talk to us? They did what they did under the supervision of America. America was watching. America, the whole so-called civilized world was watching. France destroyed the economy. They burned down everything that's supposed to do with administration, government administration in Guinea-Conakry. Before leaving Guinea, in 1957 or 58, before leaving Guinea. Do you know that? Toilets, ordinary toilet, they go and use, they block the toilets with a cement. Food depots, they use you know, they poison anyone they cannot carry. Grains, rice, anyone they cannot carry, they poison it. All these things you will not be hearing it from the mainstream media. Instead, they'll be telling you, oh, this and that, Africa, oh, that, this, oh, that. They are poor. They are living beyond the poverty line. Anything that is happening to black race, the Europeans, the West, they connive. Among them, Africa is their rallying point, where, you know, they used to settle their cases. Do you understand? If they have case now, like what is happening in Russia, and before you know it, they will use Africa to settle it. Okay, I give you some part of Africa concession in uranium, so this and that, and they will come and continue doing their thing. It is time for us to rise up. You know, our shame should be shaming us. We should be ashamed of being relegated to this state we are. And you know the main cause? When Africans started selling their brothers themselves due to tribal hatred, due to quest for money and fame, any reason you can, they started selling their own brothers to foreigners. That is when their prestige fell. But those people that did that thing, funny enough, they are no more alive. But that time, they thought that it is the mode. Now we are making money with strangers. Now look at this stranger, we are making money, living big. But they are no more alive. But we, the generations, we are the people suffering it. Do you see it? That is why we want to correct the mistakes of our ancestors, the mistakes of our forebearers, so that we remain people with integrity, with class, so that we are unbuyable. That is what IPOB is trying to put or insert into the mentality, our mentality. You can be hungry but reject the food. It depends on the condition of that food. After all, Thomas Sankara did it when he entered power in 1983. Burkina Faso, France left it as usual as a very poor nigger. Normally, there shouldn't be any poor country. Normally, anywhere there is a congregation of people walking and moving around doing things, there shouldn't be any poor country. All you have is poor management. Black people allowed hatred to blind them. And they started selling their own brothers. They started selling their own people for money. Do you understand? They started selling their people for money. And that brought down the prestige, the class of black people. Those people that have, bought the Europeans that we are doing business with, all those few black elites, also hate them. That is the start of African problems till today. When you sabotage your own people, when you sell your brother to a foreigner, the foreigner will not even trust you. Do you understand? That is what we are suffering today. That is the reality. That is why we are punished. I'm telling you, even divinely is like that. Spiritually is heavy punishment. Do you remember the punishment God gave to the Israelis because of selling their own brother? Yes, that brother, after he forgave them after going to being second in command in Egypt during famine, Joseph. His brothers went there unknowingly. It is for him, and it's okay. It's to save them. Okay, they migrated. But after he died, another Pharaoh that didn't know him came. They suffered this for 400 years, slavery. They were sold into slavery for 400 years. Do you know what? The reason for selling their own brother, that is why they suffered as slaves in Egypt. That is why black race is suffering. Had it been where every country, every kingdom, every race, we are engaged in slave trading, that is for sure. But they are doing it among themselves. Black Africa is the only race that sold their own brothers to foreigners because of primitive hatred among them. Like what is happening today in Nigeria. The Fulani, instead of favoring an Igbo man, instead they say they will give work to somebody from America, a white person from Australia. Instead of to that same thing, Igbo man, Biafran can do it more better. Say no. Do you see that kind of hatred? Do you is out of this earth? It is not only them, it has been like this among black people. I don't know. Let me continue because I will even touch about this. Let me continue, please. So when the federal government, the Fulani Caliphate of Nigeria, if they are giving an excuse that look, because of insecurity and because of Nigeria security issue, national security. What is national security when you are holding somebody that can cause insecurity everywhere? They are doing things upside down. That is it. That is what I'm telling you. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. It must. There is no need to rigmaroling. They go to the first time they ask Buhari when he was alive. He said no, he's not going to interfere. He's not going to interfere. I think he's in the impostor. He's not going to interfere in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. So let the court do their job. Now court have done their job and they say release him. He committed no crime. They say no, national security. After we shall see another excuse. You people have to release him. You must. It's not. We are not begging. It's a must because he committed no crime. We must continue. Let me read another news. Over 10,200 doctors abandoned Nigeria. Now practice in UK. Is it not why they created Nigeria? Is it not why they created Nigeria? For cheap labor and raw materials. Is it not why? The other day I read how some Nigerian doctors working in UK, they are working under inhuman conditions. Some work 24/7. No sleeping. That is why They will come and tell you that, oh, Nigeria, the British High Commissioner, I don't know where is that short woman, that witch. Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is the reason why, so that our doctors will be moving out to UK and be working under 1/4 of the normal price. Cheap labor. If maybe a UK doctor normally is paid 100 pounds, for example, let me say, for example, for a day. The Nigerian, all these ones that they are more qualified though, because they choose the best. And you see most of them are Biafrans or Duduans. You understand? You don't see Fulani, because even the Fulani, what do they know? What do they know? No, none. So if they are paying a British doctor normal price, $100 a day, for example, all these people, they will pay them 10 pounds. With making you feel that they are helping you. After all, if not, you go back to Nigeria. But they are the people. The problem is that I don't know why people don't have brain. All these people, why don't you ask? But Britain, you people are the people that created us. You don't want us to proceed. You don't want us. You just want us to be in a quagmire, permanent quagmire like this. Why? Why? Every time you rigmarole say the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Why? Non-negotiable. Look at the 10,200 doctors of Nigeria origin. They are now in Britain, working under inhuman conditions. Don't you see that? They prefer, okay, come, the cheap labor. That is what Germany, Second World War Germany, what they wanted to do with Africa is what the Europeans, they have that idea. They are doing it in Africa, but deploy in a diplomatic way. 10,200 doctors. Whereas in Nigeria, they have the lack of doctors, shortage of doctors. But Britain is luring them, come. They give you that their small apartments, and they'll be paying you 1/5 of what you are qualified for, and they make you believe that they are doing it to help you. Why can't you ask and say, look, Britain, if these 10,200 doctors come out on the street and protest in the city of London, say we want to go home, we want our own country whereby we will work and make better. No, but in this UG, we did do that. As far as come out, let us. We have to go and build. No, I beg go. Hey, you want them to sack me? As I'm eating, thank God. We'll go to church and give testimony. You give. God have done it too. I am now in Peckham. I am now in Manchester. His people will go and do sacrifice and do testimony in the very cheap, low life set of human being. This Soji, I'm saying it here, it's true. I'm a monk. It's true. People that lack class and honor, they cannot think and come and say, look, these people we are running to their countries, we are professionals, they are human beings like us. Why can't we effect a change in our own land? If only doctors, so 10,200 people. What of engineers? No, they don't talk about it. These are recorded ones. So there are many doctors that are working as sheet carriers in London. Many are cleaning the ass of little babies, but they are qualified doctors. You don't count them. But will they come out and say, let us fight for our country and get and be proud and be in our land, so that others will be vying to come to our land? They cannot do it because they are low life. Ipob, started by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he started this thing to change the mentality of black people, that we are human beings like others, that we can think like others. So that is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Not, feeding fat in slavery, as people are doing. Oh, at least come on, go come dolly. Oh, I want dolly. Very wrong mantra. You continue staying. You prefer to die in slavery as long as you are eating meal. As long as you are feeding, you prefer. Now, I don't want problem. Now, live. Let us live like this. This is very, very low life. I'm telling you. Another news headline. Islamic police, Hizbah, impounds 5,800 bottles of beer in Kanu State. Do you see it? In a country that is one country. The north is on a country that's supposed to be a secular country. The Sharia north is imposing their non-selling of alcoholic beverages. If they impounded and destroyed 5,800 bottles of beer. Calculate it. This is money. In one country, this is money. One law, there is different law completely in the Sharia north, but the country is secular. But they can come to the south, to our land, to impose their grazing, cow grazing, open grazing. Fulani headsmen on rampage say this is Nigeria. Everybody have the right to be in every part or do anything they want. But you cannot talk like this in their Sharia north. Does it not make you a slave in that country? If we are talking, we are making you to think, have common sense. When the Fulani headsmen, they can come in our land, do anything they want, and even defend it. Carry AK-47, destroy our farmlands, block roads with their cows, which is anathema. It's abomination in our land. No, we don't take action. No, it's not. Don't talk. We are in Nigeria. It's one Nigeria. Anybody can do anything, as long as it's not against the Nigerian law. Do you see how they cage you? But they themselves, they are destroying our means of livelihoods in the Sharia north. And it doesn't make news. It's not big deal. You have to continue. Our people there, our people, Biafrans are, sorry to say, but they behave like perfect slaves. Go there and say, oh, but now don't talk. Oh, hey, please leave. Leave everything for God. The God that make you to buy this alcohol, they destroyed. Thank God they didn't kill yourself. You are going to do it. Don't worry, we pray. You are going to do it again, more and more. And you continue dying and suffering as a slave and accepting it in the same country. Don't you see that there is something wrong in your brain? Don't you see that Fulani is waxing stronger because of the loophole you have in your brain? That is why they are waxing stronger. Don't you know that? In one country. It's not against Nigerian law to sell beer. It's not against Nigerian law to sell alcoholic beverages. No. But in Sharia, no way. But when they come to our land, you say, okay, bringing cow is against our custom. It doesn't go to farm. You have to pen it, put it in a cage and train it. They said no, it's Nigeria everywhere. It's for us, it's for Nigeria. Everybody, don't you see? And they make it becomes a topic. It becomes a case. You yourself, you go, you cool down. You say, oh boy, now leave these people now before they start problem. Leave them. When when they talk about, they say leave you. You are problem people. Leave them. I beg, don't talk. When will the reverse be the case? We have been saying fearing no problem. Before they will kill you now, I beg. When will they start fearing us like that? Are you going to continue being slaves? That is what Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu watched and said, no, it cannot continue. He rose us up. He rose the beast in all of us, the IPOB had cause, in order to stand strong, that we shouldn't continue like this forever. Otherwise, we become complete slaves. We must continue. Okay. Let me go straight to the topic of my submission today, which is agents of division and conquest. That is what I'm going to talk about today. Agents of division and conquest. Now, there will never be conquest of an area, a conquest of an area, or conquest of an area without internal collaborators. It is impossible. You conquer a place without internal collaborators. It is highly impossible. It doesn't happen. These collaborators are the agents of division and conquest. According to the Bible stories, as I used to say, we learn from everything, everywhere, every book. If there is a book of Lucifer, I'll read it, we learn. Even we learn from folks' tales of Mbe, tortoise and the birds and the other animal and the lizard. We learn. That is it. That is why we are human beings. According to the Bible stories, the Pharisees couldn't have laid their hands on Jesus until Judas, who is one of the apostles, their treasurer to be precise, the treasurer, the apostles' treasurer, because he love money. He's on a get big gunner. That is why if I see some people in IPO now, all that matters to them is real money. As they are now talking about ESN fund. People that don't know anything about ESN, Omoadaka, they are talking about ESN fundraising. And you start wondering, you say, what are these people? Who are they? Like some people used to ask, say, where did Zonian bring this type of people into this struggle? Where did they come from? You are talking of ESN, you don't even know how it is working, how it was started, how it is working, how it is, you don't know. You are using it just fund, the same like Judas. So, as I said, according to the Bible stories, the Pharisees couldn't lay hands on Jesus Christ until Judas, who is one of the apostles, their treasurer, collaborated with them. He sold him. African societies collaborated in order to support or to get support from Europeans against their neighboring enemies. Listen, what I'm saying is the main source of our problems. Do you understand? The main source of our problems. Do you know, not Africans, they are now Arabs, which they were not before. Remember, Europeans colonized them all, but it's different. Every time, when Algeria was fighting against France, almost all the northern not Arabs, not Africans, Moroccans, Tunisians, they join hands together in order to fight France. Do you understand me? That is why they are different. After all, they are white people anyway. Do you see? Do you see the mentality? But you will see black people. Foreigner will come be killing their brother who they were fighting. They say they help the foreigner, give him more guns. Say kill him. Kill them. They are bad people. Kill them. They are not supposed to live. Little did they know that if the foreigner finish killing your brother, he will come to you. This is common sense. It's better for us to have common sense, because lack of common sense is killing us. Killing us generally. We Africans is killing us, honestly. African societies collaborated in order to get support from Europeans against their neighboring enemies. They expected to get military assistance from the Europeans. For example, listen, Buganda. There is a kingdom of Buganda, a medieval kingdom in the present day Uganda. We collaborated with Britain against Bunyoro, another kingdom, but their neighbor. And the Fante kingdom, a kingdom in the present day Ghana, against their neighboring Ashanti. Remember the name Ghana you are hearing now, the present day Ghana that changed from Gold Coast. They are not the Ghana Empire. Please, I used to say it here. All this so that people should be historically correct. This Ghana Empire of Kwame Nkrumah, of this, what is the name of their president now? It has nothing to do with the old Ghana Empire you study about. No, please. The old Ghana Empire was situated in the, I think, eastern side of present-day Mauritania. Do you understand me? Either northeast, I should say, northeastern side of present Mauritania. That is where the old Ghana Empire that was very strong. That was where okay, now Ghana, there is this Ghana Empire that was very strong, very, very strong. So why is no more existing? Now let us take the name, and that is it. The same way Benin Republic you are hearing today, the name was Dahomey before, Dahomey, but they change. Is Benin. They look for a kingdom, a former indigenous African kingdom that was very strong, and they saw Benin Empire. The Benin Empire in Edo today. Do you understand? Of Edo, present day Edo, in the zoo called Nigeria. So Benin Republic, they say that time, they say, okay, Benin Empire, old Benin Kingdom, they had many exploits. So let us, instead of answering Dahomey, a name given, they don't even know the meaning of Dahomey, given to them by the colonial masters. They say, let us, even if for one thing, let us change our name first. And they answer Benin Republic du Benin. You know, in French you call it Benin, but it's Benin. The same way Ghana did, present day Ghana did. And because you can, that is even why even they can have electricity. At least they change their names to indigenous name. At least. You understand? So now African societies collaborated in order to get support from Europeans against their neighboring enemies. They expected to get military assistance from the Europeans. For example, Buganda, which is a medieval kingdom in present-day Uganda, collaborated with Britain against their neighboring kingdom called Bunyoro, and the Fante kingdom of the present-day Ghana. They collaborated with Britain against their neighboring Ashanti. Do you see that? The Shona tribe of the southern part of Africa, you know Shona. You know, they have different clans anyway. The Shona tribe, they collaborated with Britain so as to use them against their neighboring brothers, Ndebele tribe. That is the problem Africans suffered because of lack of knowledge. Africans were not enlightened enough. Even till today. No, they were not. The British collaborated with communities like the Wanga and the Maasai, who were later used as basis to extend British authority over other areas. No, but remember today, no, most Maasai are best known for their residence near the many game parks of the African Maasai. I mean, the African Great Lakes. You understand? They are being watched today by tourists alongside their animals in Serengeti. These are they collaborated with Britain. You know they are pastoralists. That is their headsmen, like the Fulani. I don't know why all these pastoralists mostly all that matters to them is to collaborate to conquer others, collaborating with foreigners against their own brothers. Today, what is happening? You go to Kenya, they carry you, you pay, you go watch a lion, watch a buffalo in Serengeti. As you are watching them, you also watch the Maasai people. That is what they brought to themselves. Do you see the basics of Africa's problems? Let me tell you one thing. When the Chinese, they fought against each other. But when foreigners come to colonize, they regroup. Even in Japan, the same thing. They have kingdoms that fight against each other. But when they saw foreigners, Europeans that come, they say, oh boy, let this fight, although we are killing ourselves, but it's okay. Let us stop and face the foreigners. When we finish with foreigners, now we can go back and continue fighting. The Asians did it. Because these people, they are people that they think about tomorrow. How can you help a foreigner to kill your brother? Because of one thing or the other. It's just like a family feud. You are brothers, you are fighting. Now a foreigner come to side one person. And you agree. You and him will, to kill your brother. They will tell you, they will tell you. So they are not here. How can, even if no matter what you and your brother is fighting, you don't allow foreigner to enter, a stranger to enter in. But Africans harbor that primitive hatred against themselves. And they sided with Europeans. I have seen, now I have seen how I will deal with all these other tribes. Don't worry. You don't know that when you help the foreigners to diminish and kill your brothers, they will turn against you. And everybody will suffer the same subjugation. Is it not what is happening today? That is why they see Africans as lower human beings. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It's only when they take Africans to Western, a good Western society, you bring out, one. But as a people, you cannot organize. You cannot organize yourself. This primitive hatred will be there. That is why black race don't have no single respect. Do you understand? Go to Congo, Goma. The resources there, the foreigners they are arming them. They arm them to kill each other. And they pay with all these gold, diamond, rare earths, coltans, uranium, all. Something that maybe they give them weapons worth of $1 million, for example. They will take all these things, all these minerals worth $10 billion. Now, who will you blame? Is it not the Africans? Is it not the orangutan you will blame? His gang is dealing with white man living good. That is one thing we will never allow into the struggle. You see, sabotage. Let us continue. The European countries, we are able to colonize African countries rapidly because there were rivalries between African leaders. These kings and chiefs were competing with each other to be the richest and most powerful within their tribes. That is why they sell themselves penny for to Europeans, and Europe will take advantage. Do you see it? All of them, they want to be, richer than other. They want to be more powerful than the other kingdom. And now they connive, align with Britain to destroy other kingdoms. And lo and behold, after destroying that kingdom, they still remain like they treat them all the same. They treat them all the same. Do you understand? Is it not stupidity? Because those people are not wise. But today, we are trying to reverse this arrant stupidity. All these managers they put as African leaders, will they learn? Don't you see how they connived and killed Thomas Sankara? When Thomas Sankara in that 80s, I think 84 or 83 or 84, he went to the then Organization of African Unity that mutated into, AU, African Union. He was pushing, speaking eloquently, that young man, the need for Africa to come together and to stop this this, and he was giving them a blueprint. But all these useless kings in Africa, politicians like Paul Biya. Paul Biya was a president that time. Then Sassou Nguesso of Congo Brazzaville. All of them, they were watching him say, "Oh boy, make this guy no come make us share more." It's from there they started planning to kill him. Then went to France, went to the Oga France, say, "Are you watching this boy?" He said, "Yeah, do something. Do something to eliminate him." Because that is how Africans, that is how they behave. Instead of their neighbor to progress, instead they hew it down so that everybody will be down. Darkness everywhere. It's a very big pity. This is what IPOB is trying to change in our head. This is what we are trying to change, so that we progress, so that we advance. Let me play for you this clip, the clip of one man I cherish, Paul Kagame. Just listen what he's telling Africans, please.
African leaders, we don't need to be invited anywhere to go and address our problems without first inviting ourselves to come together to tell each other.
So they don't need to be invited outside to go and table their problems outside. They act like bingos. Oh, the whole bingos in Africa. Oh, yeah, come. Japan is calling you. Even they will go 2 days before the day. They will go 2 days before the main day. They go there and relax. All of them. Japan, that has no single natural resources. Their natural resources, their brain, is their brain. Something that if they invest in their countries, that the sky will be the limit. No way. No way. Always they play politics. Playing politics. And it is the type of system being imposed in Africa anyway. I'm telling you. Look at people that have their natural system. Look at which African country is doing good in this rubbish they call democracy. Just tell me, please. The progress we have recorded is in places like Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara is not a Democrat. He's a military man. Do you see it? What of Gaddafi? Gaddafi is a dictator, but a good one. Now, what of Paul Kagame himself? Yes, he has been there for going to 20 years. A good one. That is what we cherish. But when they go every 4 or 5 years, change, election or change, they spend the billions of dollars in order to put or naira, in order to stage election, so-called what they call election. Whereas it is a counting census of tribes in Africa. Oh, Chineke. This man is called Paul Kagame, my man. He's calling them, he say, why are Africans very quick in going to table their problems outside? Why can't we talk to ourselves as Africans? Do you know the first thing? The Europeans, these are wise people. You know, I admire the Europeans, honestly, because they are enlightened. They are wise. The first thing they did, or one of the first things they did, is to liberalize the movement in Europe, to make sure that goods and people and goods move freely. They established roads, railway lines across the whole borders of Europe today, so that people will be able to move. Because when people will move without all these hold-ups and taxes, now you see progress will be moving, reaching everywhere, from the highest to the lowest. People will be moving. Look at roads in Africa. Just look at. Once you enter past any one border, when they see any, it seems that they see devil. That type of black wickedness, I cannot understand. I don't understand. This wickedness started, when there's something there. We need to find out the type of wickedness against their own people. The African borders. They will hold you as if there is some, instead of imitating Europeans in the good aspects. No, they will not. All that they do is what do they call democracy, electioneering. That is democracy, as Nigeria is doing now. Monkeys doing an election. How can you turn monkeys to be Democrats or democratic? It's impossible. It's an organic process. Organic. It develops organically. When you check, even the way United Kingdom model their own democracy is different from France. It's different. They model their own things organically. You understand me? After the revolution in Europe, now things started unfolding organically. They started, which government, okay, look at what is good for us, look at this and that, look at how Britain, United Kingdom, they have new prime minister of Indian origin, isn't it? The other ones have for only 44 days. They retain their monarch. We go visit their monarch, bow down to the monarch, but they're a democracy. But it's their own system. But in our own, they push us into, going into something we don't even know. How can you say Almajiri they are democracy? Do you know what you are talking about? How? A feudal system with Sultan of Sokoto. How can you say okay? Look at Chineke Kwenayojo. No. It's impossible. They put everybody in a mess, and we accept it. But here we say no to it. We cannot continue this nonsense. Continue listening to Paul Kagame, please. I pray for this man so that he continues staying and developing his country. What we must have is a good mad person, a good dictator, in order to take charge. You understand? Look at what is happening in Mali. To severe this thing with France. Do you think it's easy? Do you think a politician can do it? Do you think somebody they put a so-called true vote through election can face France? No, it's impossible. It must be a mad person from a good mad person will come and challenge the status quo and try to find another solution. The problem is that when one country does, others will go around to sabotage him, to turn the country down so that they will bring the light down. That is one thing I see in Africa. Instead of Africans to rise up, like when there were revolutions in Europe, he took part in everywhere. When France started revolution, England joined. Germany said, okay, this thing a good thing, or we join. Others joined. They said, no, we need changes. But in Africa, once one country starts, others will keep quiet, try to bring him down, so that everybody will be in darkness. That's why sometimes I look at it, I say, are we cursed? It's a curse. That is a curse. Everything good, once they start in one place in Europe, others will try to imitate. There are people who will take it up and say, look, this thing that is happening in Norway, it is good here. They start their own. You know, people will start because they are enlightened. But come to Africa, orangutan. They bring you down. The same way they brought Thomas Sankara down. And everybody go back to it. Say, how can Burkina Faso develop and we are here? Which means we'll be ashamed. Instead, everybody will pushy. No, everybody will be in darkness, and they will bring the person down, bring that country down. Boom. Mali is doing his own now. Instead of other countries to join, they are using ECOWAS in order to bring it down, to sabotage it. How can one person or one country fight all? It is impossible. But the Africans, you know, the mistake. What my concern is, they continue making the same mistake they made. Our ancestors made for, you know, for more than 500 600 years ago. Africans will still making the same mistake. Please continue listening to this man. They are worshiping foreigners, ready to go to foreign land, Europe, America, Asia, to, you know, but go meet your brother now, your neighbor. No. Who is he? How can we talk? Who is he? Very useless character. Please listen.
Without first inviting ourselves to come together to tell each other the actual truth that we must tell each other about our serious problems. For me, when I'm watching on television and I find our leaders who should have been working together all along to address these problems that commonly affect their countries, wait until they are invited to go to Europe to sit there and just, it's like they are made to sit.
There is clap, yes. But one thing I hate with this clap, it seems he used to block, once they clap, Africans clap, it blocked their ears. That's why I hate it. Instead of listening keenly. Yes, the clapping is good. But for Africans, it blocks their ear. Once they all those words they talk, they use it to man and jackery. They use it as a comedy. Nah, this man now, wow, the talk. Go do now, wow. I don't know type of people are this. I don't know. But we must continue.
Sit down and address their problems. Why does anybody wait for that? What image does it even give about us, about Africa? In fact, the image it gives is that we are not there to even address these problems. We are there for a photo opportunity. We are happy to sit there in Paris with the president of France and address and just talk about addressing problems.
Pages of France, Africa.
It doesn't make sense that our leader
and America, Africa, and Malaysia, Africa. A country's president in Europe or Asia or Americas. We just, knock gong, boom, 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 boom. African leaders, African politicians, oh yeah, presidents, prime minister, oh yeah, come. All of them will fly, bam, and they are happy. If these people, these people, I don't know. But Africans should be ashamed. I'm telling you. You should be ashamed of claiming rights in the streets of Europe for being maltreated. You should be ashamed of claiming rights in the streets of Canada for being an African. You are marginalizing because I'm African. Yes, you are an African. You're a monkey. You're a monkey. If I'm them, that's what I will be telling you. Are a monkey. Go and do your own. Finish. We are good in claiming rights. Do our own. No way. Is it not doctors? Our doctors, they are happy working like slaves in London. Instead of finding, at least forming a body and say, look, we need to fight. We need to also contribute in addressing so that we can have a place, so that we can build our own. That initiative is what matters. No way. As long as they are I beg, no one involved on that problem. I beg on a problem. I day here, I don't day here already. The God of Oyedepo have done it for me. The God of TB Joshua have done it for me. Very primitive way of thinking. Very primitive, I'm telling you. This man is telling African leaders, why can't you join together? Talk about our problems together. Instead of disgracing yourselves every time you are in Paris, or you are called in Osaka, Japan. All of you sit down with your suit and with your different, sit down to looking for handouts. Whereas you have teeming population, even youths that should be invested upon. No way. Nobody wants to talk it. It's a pity. But we must continue. Do not forget that I'm talking about the topic that says agents of division and conquest. When you look at the presidents we have in Africa, they are agents, just managers of the colonial masters. Managers, managers. Manage these people for me. They are complicit in the underdevelopment we are seeing. Look at in Nigeria, they borrow for paying workers. Where you have a teeming population, people, youths are more populous. More than 70% or 75% of Nigerians are youths below 35. But instead of investing and using these people's energy, no way. No way. No way. It's a call for concern. I'm telling you honestly. We shouldn't keep quiet. Now, with their primitive way of reasoning, all the Africans, both the collaborators and others, became conquered and suffering the same thing. If conquered, with this their primitive mentality of serving foreigners, using foreigners to kill their brothers, to keep their brothers down. But once everybody they keep their brother down, once the foreigners conquer, with your help, you conquer your brothers, it put all of you down. That's it. That is the irony. Everybody will be suffering. Do you see it? Agents of division and conquest should be regarded as more dangerous than the conquerors, because they are insiders that best understand the people. They are always lured with their greed for power, money, and hatred of their neighbors. In the case of the Nigeria setting, listen, I'm coming. We have been seeing how the caliphate is using these agents of division to try to completely conquer Biafra land. What the Europeans are doing generally to Africans is what the caliphate is using their own agents in our land to do, to achieve. People don't understand that in every war, after every war, the complete when the war is finished, in any way, either through defeat or through no victor, no vanquished, That is the time complete conquest will start, the more dangerous one. You know, listen, you know, during the Second World War, after the Second World War, first of all, during the Second World War, Germany was defeated. Do you understand? Germany was defeated. Hitler killed himself. You understand? Okay. Berlin fall, the capital of Germany, will fall, which means, okay, they are defeated. Now, they were not conquered, but they were defeated. There is a difference between defeat and the conquest. Now, later, from 1945, the West now, Europeans and the American counterparts, now they try to conquer Germany direct. The process of conquest started direct. They wanted to make policies to annex Germany, to absorb Germans, so that they wipe away Germany per se. You know, it's not killing when you hear about wiping away, don't think that wiping away is only means killing, slaughtering people. No. You can wipe people away by killing their culture, killing their language, killing their, wiping away their territory. So that an Igbo man will see you and say, I'm not an Igbo, I'm a Delta. It is part of wiping away. Don't you understand that? Do you think wiping away is only killing everybody? No. When they make you to, deny your identity, you are wiped away. You are no more existing. Though you are a human being existing, but you are no more nothing. You see what I put the first time during my before this program, the clip I played. People denying their identity. Oh, you are from Okwale. You are not Igbo. I'm Ikure. I'm not Igbo. You are race. You are wiped away. It's the same thing like you are dead. Because when you don't have identity, you deny your identity, you have no space again in this world. I'm telling you. You are just existing as a chaff. So, when they defeated Germany, the Allied forces, with Russia, Soviet Union, people should not forget that Soviet Union was the first to enter Germany, to enter Berlin. Go and make researches. It is true, eh? Russia, Soviet Union suffered in that war, and they fought like like mad people. They fought very well. They were the first to enter Berlin before even America start coming, fighting their way. Russia bulldozed their way and entered the Berlin first. You understand? So after the defeat of Germany, now they start the process of conquest, because conquest in this modern time comes after defeat in a war. Now total conquest will start. They started making policies or trying to annex policies in order to wipe away Germany, to cede their lands to other neighboring countries, to make Germans to deny their identities. But when they check all this, they weigh the pros and cons. Listen, I've been saying it here. We wise people that are wise, they take decisions that at the first value you will not understand. You say, no, it's not good. Like the DOS, sometimes the decisions they take, sometimes that time people will be shouting, but later you will see the wisdom. What I'm telling you is truth. You will see the wisdom of the decision, that decision they make. You will see it. That is how it is. So when they started the policy of total conquest of Germany, after they thought twice, they said no. If we do this, it will give, yes, we will be the victors, we are the conquerors. but it will not augur well later. Maybe in the next 40, 50, 60, even 100 years from that time, there will be problem. Europe that will be uncontrollable in Europe. Because these people, they will have their generations, future generations will hear, they will hear the war, yes. They started the war, they caused the war, everything. But now they will be mad on the conquest we impose on them. That conquest will outweigh the war that the Germans caused. And anywhere they are, they will be in their millions. It will be a problem of Europe. And they mellowed down. They said, no, we will not put Germany under conquest. Instead, we help them to bring them back. That is restructuring, rehabilitation. That is what they did to Germany. They re-won the 3R. Restructuring, rehabilitation, and is it restitution? That is what they did to Germany. And today, they are bearing the dividends. Today, Germany is the biggest, the largest economy in Europe. Don't you know that? People that fought, that caused devastations about 70-something years back, 1930s to 40s. But today, Europeans, all of them are enjoying the dividends of that wise decision they took. Did you see it? I think they went to European Union, they went on a meeting for rebuilding Ukraine. They never thought they are talking of rebuilding Ukraine. $750 billion. And I think Germany will pay the highest, bear the highest expenditure. Yes. Do you see that decision that many radicals are, as of 1940s, didn't accept? Say, why these people, they kill us? Oh, you know. No. Say, look, we'll cool down. Cool down. Later you will understand. Later our generations will thank us. But do you see in the case of Africa? Look at in the case of Nigeria. Look at just, oh, you see, go on. Destroying inventions of black race because of a hatred. Because he's a primitive animal. They don't think tomorrow. No matter that they are the people that started the war, did everything, war of injustice, attrition, genocide, everything. They still, after everything, had it been that, look, after 1970, they did what Europe did to Germany. Before God and man, by today, Biafrans would have developed the whole of Nigeria. Nigeria wouldn't be suffering, never. Do you see it? I'm telling you the difference. The world war, oh, Chineke, I don't know whether people even understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel that people don't understand. Had it been after the Biafra Revolutionary War with Nigeria, which they slaughtered us, they blocked land A and C. Our children that time, died out of hunger, out of kwashiorkor. Biafran War was the reason why you hear this medicine sans frontière of France. It was started there due to Biafran War. Many things started there. Had it been after 1970, they say, okay, 3R. What the Europeans, the West, did to Germany, and they did it with Biafra. Before God and man, by now, everybody will be reaping the good dividend. That, oh, okay. But look at what they are doing. Will you have peace? When you want to conquer a people, completely subdue a people, is it, we Biafrans, when they say Igbos, we Biafrans, people don't even know the power we have. Only number, population. People don't know the vibrant population energy we have. We can use it to destroy Nigeria. People don't know. That is why you are naive. You are, living like a prodigal son. Somebody that his father is rich, but they don't even know. You are eating with pig. Only our population. Not only population, but vibrant. Our population, we have energy. Anywhere you go, If you have 10 other tribes in the zoo in one place, you have only one Biafra there. You will know that he's there. We are children of light now. You don't hide. You will know that this man is a Biafra. He's there. The way he speaks, what he does, his energy, his positive energy, everything. That is a blessing. What type of blessing is more than that? This is what the caliphate said they can destroy. It is impossible in this world. For goodness sake. Go on, destroyed the invention of black race because of hatred. That is the reason why black people are at the bottom layer in every part of the world. Bottom. Do you understand? Because of that primitive devilish hatred they have against themselves, against their neighbors. They go on, put everybody in darkness. Because he want to conquer, completely subjugate Biafra. He thought he was doing us, not knowing that when you are doing us, when you think that you are doing us, you are doing yourself. You destroy yourself. Do you understand? You can't destroy us. Anything they want, they do. They can never destroy us. They try it. It is impossible. So that is the case. Look at Germany today. Germany is number 1 in economy. They are number 1 in almost everything. Now other European countries are reaping the dividend. They are enjoying Germany today. You understand? Had it been the totally conquered Germany, what you would have been seeing is problems everywhere in Europe. It will be affecting everybody. But they thought wise. That is it. Okay, we must continue. As I said, in the case of Nigerian setting, they are using our politicians and others like, the pig in the creek, Asari Dokubo. You know that man, sometimes I know that he has mental problem, honestly. I could remember even this last time he was fighting, maybe he had been given his own share. He kept quiet for Tompolo. Now we started, Tompolo, you should not come to Calabari. These are people that sow seeds of discord in our land. People that are being invested upon by the caliphate in order to sow these seeds of discord. You remember when he talked against Igbo? Igbo are slaves, this and that. Just causing confusion. These are the agents of divisions and conquest in our land. And we must continue revealing them. They are using our politicians, our political class, and others like Asari Dokubo. Once you are politically rising in profile in any way, the caliphate will corner you and enrich you illicitly so that they can use you against your own people. But they themselves, they make sure that they are in a bunch. There is one trick, which is wisdom also, I see in the caliphate. We learn from our enemies, I tell you. Let me play this clip I used to play. Let me just listen, please. I want you to listen. It's a clip that you have been hearing me play, but I want to refresh your mind so that you don't forget. It is still Bala Mohammed, the famous statement he made, or the speech he made about Fulani.
In one fold,
listen,
cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. You bring in the Fulanis to Gapa. where Fulanese from other
the
countries as
issue
well.
of misconception, I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria.
You know why I bring this thing? To refresh your mind. Because these people, they know how to raise up agents of division and conquest. I mean the caliphate. This interview was granted, I think, 2020, around the October 2020. I've been playing it here because I never even get. It never belefool me. Now, this man is busy or was busy defending his Fulani people. For you to know that the northern borders that are not manned, it is voluntary. They voluntarily kept it open so that their Fulani brothers and sisters can come in at will, commit anything they want to commit, and lay low. You have Nigerian identity cards and all this. Here, this man is defending the Fulani openly. That time it was Fulani they are defending. Every time they have the right to carry AK-47 because they are defending themselves against it. They have said it. Even all of them, both Ganduje, all. But there is something I want you to reason. I want just this point I'm making. I want you to reason it. Since this campaign, do you see that their language have changed? They no more call defend Fulani or call Fulani. No. They call Knots. We the Knots. They are my here, honestly. They are my here. Atiku Abubakar say, oh no, we the Knots. We don't need the Yoruba Igbo. They call your own by tribe. The same way they call, but if not during the election time. But they call their tribe Mietiala. Ask yourself, where is Mietiala? Where is it? Mietiala have gone here, disappeared into thin A. Oh, now all their electioneering is they are defending the North. North. They told Mietiala. Do you remember before? Even till last year, early last year, Mietiala was the talk of the day. Every blessed day. They have even plate number. Mietiala, even in our land, even in Lagos, they write it Mietiala. All those things they have disappeared. Now what you hear is the North. Oh, we the North. So that Kanuri man will feel that he is a part of the North. They are defending him. So that the TV man will feel the same, but they are wise. So that other tribes, Hausa will say, oh, we the North. But Chineke, this Fulani, no more Fulani now. No mention of. Even if you ask Bala Muhammad, ask him this question that he answered that time, he will not answer you. He will tell you we the North. He will remove Fulani from there and say we the North. They are my politics. These are genus when it comes to politics. I'm telling you honestly. They know how to divide other people, but they refuse to be divided. That is wisdom. Whether you like, believe it or not. They can use money to induce you, and you start talking rubbish. You can sell your brother because of money, because of political office. You can sell your people. But they themselves, they know they will divide you, but they disallow any person to divide them. Now they are answering not. If they win election now, you come, Mietiala will surface and collect $200 billion naira. And now everything will be Fulani, Fulani. Yes, we are Fulani. But now it has gone underground because they know that Fulani, they cannot do it alone. They are very few. They are minority. Now it is the North. Oh, we the North. Oh, we the North. So that they comprise everywhere. Oh, these people, they sabi. I'm telling you. Well, you see primitive people in the South running helter skelter. They are, hey, Chineke. Chuku nyere anyị aka. Anyị wawo IPOB. Let us get Biafra. Otherwise, Fulani totoro onye ọna onye ọna isi eji ngowa. I'm telling you. Because they sabi politics. They sabi politics. They disappeared into thin air. Now what is coming out is we the North. Oh, the North. We the Northerners. We the Northerners. When they use North to get what they want, now they go to Fulani. They kill even their fellow Northerners. That they are killing. Do you remember? These people. Hey, can we learn from them, please? We must. When you compare how they are now avoiding mention of Fulani or Mietiala during this electioneering campaign, instead they are using the word the North. What a political genius they are. You might like it or not, but we say the reality, the truth. They are political genius. Because you yourself, our own people, can you tell people not to talk the way they want to talk? They will tell you, now you they control me. I must talk the way I want to talk. No discipline. No discipline. That is why the Fulani they are on top, because they are disciplined. They will do meeting and say, no person should talk about Fulani again. And they say amen to it. Finish. Can you do it in our place? Do the governors talk to themselves even? They don't talk to themselves. Everybody is so proud that who is the other person he can talk to, because they are married by different alhajis from the North, so they are divided. They put them as managers in our land in order to control the people. Look at what Hope Uzodinma, the vampire, is doing. He knows that he didn't win any election, but they foreigners put him there, say, go, we will support you to kill your people, and he's happy doing it. Don't you see that there is something terribly wrong? I never see any tribe, any ethnic group where their people are behaving like this. I'm yet to see it, honestly. I'm yet to see it. They will contract you. Say, we will support you. Is it not money you need? Don't worry. Power, there is nothing you can do that we will call you to order. Don't worry. Now we get power. Be with us. Go, kill your people. And he is doing it perfectly well. He is proud that he's doing it. Do you see that there is a problem? I see it. The Fulani Caliphate, they divide people, but vehemently refuse to be divided. It is high time we understand that no people could be conquered without having internal collaborators. With these enlightenments from our Radio Biafra London, our people should stop being agents of division and conquest by our enemies. Note that once conquered, all, including these agents and their generations, are treated the same way as conquered people. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. Please don't go away.
We, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by
Saint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu,
humbly call on traditional rulers, aka Ndeze, town union, churches, villages, kindreds, Ndiamala, and all paternal and maternal homes to beg, hear our voice and hear our cry in this request to please do the needful now before it is too late. We dey ask all the people involved to abeg try and bury all the corpses wey scatter all over Biafra land. For this one, they should say it dey bring us spiritual and physical problem, and now we dey suffer, we no know. When you know the root cause of the sickness, the treatment now don dey easy. Abeg my people,
Now we don sabi the cause of the sickness. IPOB don come with the solution.
the research wey you do show say some dead body don dey up to 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and the death count na human being we go bury or na firewood. Everybody wey this one concern, we IPOB dey beg una, abeg make una do something o, because anybody wey in person start the journey, when e never reach the destination, im heart no go come down. As we never bury our people, our heart never come down. All the obnoxious high burial demands, competitions, effigy from churches, Ndiamala, Omona, in-laws, maternal and paternal homes, why they cause this delay and wahala for our people. Abeg, make una try do something. Now all these things they cause, then they build mortuary. Like said, then they build
Joint.
church, filling station everywhere for Biafra land. Abeg, mortuary, na factory, na children's amusement park. Oh, no. A stitch in time saves 9. We dey call therefore say make everybody try for 3 days when your person kaput, make una bury am. After una go do the ceremony, una go do the effigy wey follow am.
Churches, traditional rulers, and other people that matters, abeg, make una chook mouth and chook eye and help us for this matter.
Because the person wey dem dey pursue cow, they call him name. If he no hold the medicine, he go hold the thing wey dey dose the cow. Na we dey call una, and the one una talk, e go stand. Abeg my people, make we comot this danger, comot our people from bondage. If una no do something, we the indigenous people of Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu no go waste time to do the needful so as to remove the yoke and our people from bondage. And soonest we go begin the closure of many mortuaries for Biafra land. The only dead body wey we wan make it dey for mortuary na the only one
We get case wey dem dey treat.
and after they don finish the whole thing, settle everything, make them bury am. Mortuary no be factory, mortuary no be industry, mortuary no be amusement park again, no be recreational center, no be children's park. Remember, person wey sell land bury im dead body don bury 2 corpse o. Shey you never know, na we be the owners of the land, and we don tell una the time to cleanse our land na now. Make una do the needful, our land go dey calm and our ancestors go happy wherever dem dey.
Na the indigenous people of Biafra under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dey bring una this message. Please, our heart dey bleed to save our people. Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Our lines are now open, but before I go on, let me say this on air. There are these boys that used to collect money for military and police checkpoints for the military and the police. All these boys, please, it's part of what I'm saying. These are the agents also. These are one of the agents of a division and conquest in our land. If you know any of them or know any of their name, please, even if you cannot call on air to say it because of your security or anything, you can inbox. You can inbox any of our platform, me or any other person. Inbox, please. Send the name. Send the police, the checkpoint. Describe the place, the name of the place. Now send the name. Because these people are, that is what they are. They stay with the police to work, they pay, I don't know how they are arranging it, against their own people. Terrorizing, they are the people that are being sent. You will shout and say, oh, governors, they are saboteurs, this and that. What about this useless set of cockroaches? We should treat them. If you have any of their names or you send their names, Send their location. If you know their house, also send it. If you don't know, send the police checkpoint. Now forget. When you we must continue. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller already on standby. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. You are the first caller. Please go on.
Good evening, Jonathan.
Mazi, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwimano. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again for your topic this evening. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who set up this platform to expose all the evil and wickedness of black race. Yes, you touch many things. I don't know where to start. But let me start from a point. Our leader have done so much. Each time when I listen for all the past recording of our leader teaching, each time you listen, it seems that you have what you are just hearing it. And again, this Biafra history that Dr. Okachi, is preaching or teaching is very important for anybody to listen to that history. If you ever listen to that history and you have not learned anything, you choose to be a saboteur, your name is sorry. Your name is sorry. Number two, your name is sorry. Because what makes you a human being is the way you reason. Anybody that cannot listen to the history of their people is not a human being. Take for instance, if you are living in any country of the whole world, and it happened, there is a trouble, and that very country, they went to their radio house and said, all the people from Nigeria who are living in this country should come out to the airport so that they will go back from where they come. And you hear the news. Maybe wife or children. You pack them together. You went to the airport. All of a sudden, you see army and police. They round you up and kill all of you. Then what do you have to say about those people that was killed in Kanu in Kaduna, in all over Nigeria, as regarding the history, 1945, 1953, 66, and all of that. If you cannot learn from all those things, you are not a human being. Again, one thing is simple, that black people have no honor. If not Nnamdi Kanu, black people is a lost area of humanity. Because so many things have come up to change the mentality of an average Nigerian. Hello? Many things have come up to change the average of Nigeria. But it looks like we are just pouring water on the stone. Nevertheless, we must to continue. Nigeria and British and Fulanis, if you know what Fulani have in plan, you can never be a saboteur. I'm telling you honestly, because whatever you did is waiting for you at the end of the road. Because the Fulani will use you and kill your people. When they use you finish, they'll come to you and kill you. If people can reason just to use different thing that is happening now in Igbo land, in Biafra, in Nigeria. Take for instance in Wike, they threw Wike to kill his people so that they will give him a vice president of Nigeria. Wike start to jump up and down, kill his people. Today, where is Wike and vice president? The same thing happened to Mai. The same thing happened to all of them. But can they learn from the past history? The answer is no. Because they are black people. They are wicked. The wickedness of black people does not allow them to reason as a human being. If you think that being a saboteur is a business, your name is sorry. Because that money you are collecting, is poison to you, to your children, to unborn generations. You will not live to enjoy that nonsense. That is why the Fulani are seeing us as a foolish people ever seen. Foolish. You cannot learn from the past. If you cannot learn from the past, what makes you a human being? For instance, somebody like P2B hear this story of Nnamdi Azikiwe. The time the Fulani in Nigeria then said they don't need to have independence. They want the white people to rule them. Azikiwe said that they will wait for Nigeria. They will wait for the North, and they waited for the North. What happened? The time of Agironsi, what happened? Agironsi tried to unite Nigeria, and they killed him. Has P2B learned? No. Has all the foolish men of God in Nigeria who are praying for P2B to be a president of Nigeria, have they learned? No. What they are interested, because they are blind, they have eyes they cannot see. They are carrying the Bible. They don't know what the Bible means. Jesus, who came here on earth, Jesus came to liberate the people that the Satan have tied down on earth, to break the chain of slavery. But today, the so-called men of God are more interested of money. Okay, thank you very much. The only thing is that we will see the end of this matter. Nigeria is created by Satan. Nigeria have no hope of developing a human being. Satan is already in Nigeria. There's no two ways about it.
Thank you, Mazi.
I greet my leader, who gave up his or everything he has to the foolish ones who don't know their left or their right. Much
almost Biafra. Thank you very much. You know, as a brother said, we cannot only kill his people. He publicly denied his identity. He is not Igbo. He is from Benin. You know, these people believe you can play politics with anything. Even your life, you play politics with your life, the life of your future generation. They call it politics. They don't know that what they are doing is I don't know how to describe it. It's evil. Anyway, somebody said people that use their children to do sacrifice, to kill their children for sacrifice ritual, in order to be to maintain power. What can they do? We can deny publicly that it's not Igbo. You don't even know anything. No person should. But after, when he fell with the caliphate, he started speaking Igbo publicly, dancing and speaking Igbo. I watched them. I said, look, these are not politicians. These are primitive animals. Can you ever, in anything, you tell Fulani man, you are deny yourself. You are not Fulani. You are, because of position. It will insult you publicly even. You know. So who is wise? But all these primitive Neanderthals that come, I don't know, from equatorial forest they come from. Once they see political office, hey, now they can do anything. Oh, is it not to deny my waiting? I kill the people, waiting be. You will invent one thing in order to kill. That is. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Caller on signal, are you there? Caller on signal, can you hear me? Please go on, please. The whole go on. The whole world is hearing you.
Good evening from my side, Professor Jonathan. Professor Jonathan, can you hear me?
Mazi, go on, please. If
Okay,
I'm not hearing you,
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Professor Jonathan, my name is Mazi Celestine Oba. I am coming from the coastal region of Biafra, Ipob precisely. Professor Jonathan, what I have to say about the topic of your submission is the West introduced greed and the selfishness and the greediness to Africans, and the Africans bought into it. It was because of this greediness and the selfishness that made the conquest more easy and very possible. That was why the easily sailed and Africa was conquered within a twinkling of an eye. So this was what institutionalized what you see today as neo-colonialism, even when colonialism has gone. And from neo-colonialism, they are going to imperialism. And Professor Jonathan, if you look at this offense, if you analyze it critically, you will understand that it is most predominantly in the geographical space called Nigeria. It is most predominantly in the south than in the north. Why was it like this? Is simple reason because the south the south, the north has been conquered by the Funanis before, and these Funanis and the British who conquer us share a kind of common value system. And what I mean is, you know that the Funanis and the British are bonded by conquest. The other one believe in conquest, and the other one believe in conquest. And when you go to the British, you still have what they call the House of the Lord and the House of Commoners. And when you come to Funani, you discover they have the Anamajiris and a certain class of people. So when you weigh these options, you understand that they have similar common value system. And the Fulanis were able to manage and hold the North together. And they enshrine what we can call tonalities of self-destruction to the south. And it was even worse in Biafra land. So this now degenerated and they deepen into us, that a lot of us begin to suffer from identity crisis, like you made mention of Nwike. All these things are just because of self and the greed. And until we try to get rid of this, just like what IPOB, my family, is doing today, that is when we can get it right. You can only conquer the people by dividing the people. And that is what happened. And not until IPOB come on board, everybody was to your tent, O Israel. It is me and my family. So long as me and my family can chop life, any other person can hunt, transform, and they die. I can sacrifice anything I want to sacrifice for self and the greed. That is why I said that the institutionalization of self and the greed in the system was what gave rise to the or institutionalize the conquest. It was what makes it easier for the West and even the Funani hegemony to sell. So that is my contribution, Professor Jonathan. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the way you keep enlightening us. I greet my leader, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, and I pray that he will join us so soon. Thank you so much, and I sign off from here.
The woman Azioba, thank you very much. You made a point. Oh, I'm sorry. I switched off somebody on WhatsApp without knowing, thinking that it's you. I'm sorry, please. The person can call back. Yes, I'll pick you. Now, what you say, you're right in a way, but we cannot exonerate ourselves. There is no excuse. Why they impose this on us? What, are they not the same human being like us? Why didn't we impose our own on them? That is the thing. You see, the problem is greed. Nambuko Bidro. Right from Azikiwe, greed to be ruler of one Nigeria. At all costs. You know, when somebody is desperate for something, it's very dangerous. That's why people use their mothers for ritual. Use their children for ritual. Because they are desperate to get money. They are desperate to get to that political position. So they can do anything. Desperation has high disadvantage on some certain issues. You know, I think you want to be at all costs ruler, president of Nigeria. Whereas Ahmad Bello is supposed to be he's at the forefront, but he left it for Tafawa Balewa and said, let him concentrate on the north. That is how things are done. When you are desperate, anything can go wrong. That's why he didn't care about anything. When they are telling him, Bono Jike was telling him, look, where you are going, no road, or he said, nowhere, don't worry. You want me to miss being president of Nigeria? Whereas the Southern Sudanese were fighting. Say they cannot even be part of that country where Britain leaves them in the care of another caliphate, the Janjaweed. They said, no. This one said, don't worry, as long as I'm president. And they made him president. But an empty drum. So do you see desperation? Caller on What's up? Welcome to the program. Please call on signal. Hold on, I'll come to you. Call on. What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you for the teaching, the submission today. It was always superb. It's a something of irony. When I start thinking all these things, it makes me that there is no need of this world to exist or to people to live under this earth again because of what is happening. After everything, the Europeans built Germany. Then after everything, the 3 R's they agree that they will do. They never even do anything about this 3 R. Our veterans, many Biafran soldiers are in Oji River Junction begging money with iron in their legs, with clutches, with wheelchair. Most of them cannot hear because of shade and the shelling that they shoot during the war. During the war. They were there suffering up to today. Some people don't even know where they came from to go back to their family till today. Most of our people that are traveling back home, please, when you have the opportunity, go there and see by yourself. Then you will know what is the kind of damage these people has done to us. Then we will watch somebody like Chukwuemeka Ezife will come in the national television telling people that we are united, telling people that he will prostrate for ground for late Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Nigeria must be united. They say Nigeria must be united and have peace. I ask this man, how can there be peace without justice? How can there be peace without justice?
They always make peace at our cost. As Ikiwe started it, he said we are sacrificial lambs. That Igbos are ready to be sacrificed for anything, for Nigeria, for Africa. So that is what they don't understand. Peace at what cost? For killing us, okay, there will be peace, and you want it. These are the agents of division and conquest. We will never allow them, honestly. Instead, that heaven will fall.
Yes.
Go on, Mazi.
Yes. So when I watch this man saying this thing, oh my, I fold my hands. I said there is no need of having these people to call them elder statesmen. These people are not statesmen. El-Rufai, look at El-Rufai, midget like El-Rufai, cannot even speak such a thing. I want to remind them the election in Enugu that the DSS stopped El-Rufai because of El-Rufai came there to do one or two things. They stopped him because of insecurity, that he will risk, that he will cause insecurity in Anambra State. You know that El-Rufai has never forget such a thing. El-Rufai are still talking about those things today. Do you know if he's a Biafran or Igbo politician, he will never talk about those things again in his life? But this man has still continued repeating this thing. I went and watched our female under 17 junior World Cup. Those that play against America, those people that are in field, I get 7 Igbo young girls. 7 Igbo young girls. There were 11 playing in the field. 11 minus 7 remain 4 that are not Igbo. Those that are currently playing ball. And after the war, Obasanjo packed everything. Those our engineers that they're supposed to hold, glue them together. They went and spoiled everything that we used and fought that war. Then how can a country like that grow? Then how can somebody to tell me that I adopted my brother, adopted my sister and kill them? And somebody is telling me today that I should embrace Nigeria. Mazi, I'm telling you what I'm telling you, that these people don't know what they are causing to us. These people don't know what they are causing to us. We are not happy. They are bringing the worst out of us. Court has released our leader, and these people still hold our leader. Where they released the SWAF 101 of terrorists, with 23 adopted victims of Kaduna Abuja Railway. They allowed them to go. Where is Kabiru Sokoto? Kabiru Sokoto is somewhere cooling in Arab world today. They bought house for him, do everything for him. The one that masterminded St. Teresa Catholic Church, Madola, 2011. Nigeria are not asking where are those people. They are asking Malami, where are the 60-something people that run from prison? Where are the 400 names of those sponsoring Boko Haram? This man cannot be able to produce all these things, but he's holding our own leader. And Igbo politicians are keeping quiet, are begging Buhari. That is what begging late Buhari. That is what are making me to cry. Why are they begging him? The man that say that he don't want to encroach in a justice or in the judiciary. Judiciary has their own arm, 3 arms of government, and these people are encroaching, stopping the judiciary to do their job. We are not happy. We are not happy what they are doing, because there's no need of me hustling abroad when I know that when I take those things go back home, they will destroy it. See what they do the trailers in Uli. They will destroy it. Is it not better every person die and go? It's better every person die and go than to be a slave under these people. Thank you, sir. I'll stop here so far. It's something of irony. God bless you, sir.
The woman say, of course, as you said, they are bringing the worst in us. They don't know. I'm telling you honestly. They are bringing the worst in us. That is the best description. When injustice becomes the rule, the law, resistance becomes the norm. You understand? So we must continue. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
There, well, welcome to the program. Good evening.
Thank you, Mazi. My name is Mazi Ifani. Mazi Ifani is calling from his location. Mazi, this your topic today is very, very wonderful. The topic says agent of division and conquest. Yes, Mazi, is real. Because I remember when my father sat me down and telling me what they passed through during the war. My father is a officer on a company during the war. My father told me everything they went through. He told me how our people are busy looting, stealing, raping, and doing other many things. You know, during the war, my father bring his heart and his mind to fight to make sure that we are liberated. But the agent of division and the conquest, like this your topic is telling us today, is what I've been there right from the memorial, right from the beginning. Our people have made themselves using tools to sabotage the effort from the memorial time of our forefathers who fought the Biafra war to make sure that we are living. But nevertheless, in this our present time, we have seen them all over. For instance, our governors, our representatives, our senators, those people, they are the division, agent of division and the conquest in this our present time. But Mazi, let me assure them, life without Biafra is meaningless. Life without Biafra, the life is useless. Life without Biafra, Mazi, is better that we are not exist, that we are not born. But I'm assuring them, the emergency of the IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi, we can never tolerate. We can never accept those things. We must fight, whatever it will take us.
We can never abandon this fight to our generation, like as our forefathers fought on their own, and the agent of division and the conquest sabotage their efforts. I'm assuring them that we can never abandon this project to our coming generation. We must accomplish it before our coming generation emerge. Mazi, let me stop here so that others can chip their in. We the new IPOB under we the new Biafran generation under IPOB can never leave any stone on ground. We must clear everything and the Biafra must come. Whether they like it, whether the agent of division or agent of conquest or Britain or whatever they call themselves, like it or not. We the new generation of IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi is going to take what it takes. We're going to take the horn from the boon and make sure that this our nation called Biafra emerge. Mazi, thank you. Let me sign up from here.
Thank you very much.
Good night, sir.
Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Mazi, are you hearing me?
The whole world is hearing you now. Go on, please.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. It shall be well with you, my brother. You are really doing us proud, and I'm very grateful to Ukuokika Biama, who have imparted this very knowledge, this very wisdom, the courage. My brother, according to our leader, our leader's wife said that ihe gosiri na ebo mmadụ wụ akụziere gị ihe ị na-egosi na etu ahụ esi kụziri gị na ịmụtagwe na ị ga-esi etu ahụ na-eme. That what shows that we are a human being. Mazi, my name is Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. By the special grace of Chukwuokika Biama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Paris Zona Coordinator. Mazi, I just want to comment on just two topics. And those topics are the one you raised concerning the way the Western world always rally against themselves, within themselves, against the black race. Mazi, you have said it all. This thing we are seeing today, without IPOB, we never knew that such a thing has been happening. We never knew. Bob Marley, all stars on this earth has been singing song with it. And black race never knew, they never understood. Because they are very primitive and short memory set of people. They are so divided. I never excluded myself. We so divided mindset, so selfish, so destructive. We never think of tomorrow. We never knew the value in unity. You thought of Haiti, but we have to know that in the whole Africa and the whole places that black people are living, go anywhere, both the one that is still in the British colony, in islands, in the Caribbean area, islands, go to the one that is any black nation on this earth, they will make sure that those black nation is equivalent to the one you see in Africa. They never allow them to grow. They never allow them. They will even start pumping criminality, pumping all manner of illegal activities there for those people to keep on, just like what is going on in our coastal region. The coastal region of Biafra has become a place where our people are so less concerned. They don't care. They don't even care of their environment. They don't even care of who entered through water, who entered the territory, what is going on. They don't care. It's still in part of, if you go to all these islands that Britain is controlling, or French, or Holland, Mazi, if you go there, you will cry. You will, even some of them, African nation is more even better than them. Their condition in Africa, that is the condition in Africa is even more better than all those islands. They are really suffering. But Mazi, one thing that strikes me is this. What is, because if you look at Mazi, let's tell ourselves the truth. All the African nations in Africa has been infiltrated and been controlled by the Western world. Without the margin of a real nation like Biafran nation, Africa have no future. And the white people understood it. They know that without the liberation, they know that the key of liberation, light of Africa, stands with Biafra. That is the reason why you are seeing that they are killing us today, both the Catholic, Anglicans, white people, all manner of race are so what? Less concerned. They are quiet, they are mute, they don't care to know. They have rallied themselves again, just the way you have said, described it. They have rallied themselves again and they are quiet. It's not only because of our resources, no. It lies because they don't value us. They know, yes, we have the same blood, they have blood, we have blood. Just like you said that Britain took over, I think, 10,000 something doctors to their place. This is the kind of thing they want. Cheap labor. If the cheap labor is not enough, they will create SARS to be harvesting our organs, be committing all manner of crimes that they can never commit in their own land. This is the historical fact, and this is the reason why they are holding our leader today, because our leader have demonstrated that yes, is the only person that has the courage to hold the bone by the horn, to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Why are they holding our leader today? Why are they holding our leader? Even though, do you remember that when our leader used to broadcast, he said one time that wherever he goes in Western world, they always argue that he ran away from the court. He ran away, that if he feels that he is not guilty, he should go and meet the Nigeria, the justice there, that this or that. But today, in the whole eyes of the world, our leader have defeated them. Our leader have cleared themselves from Umuahia, from the homeland of Biafra land, to the Arewa court in Abuja, they have freed our leader. They have innocent our leader. But ask yourself, why are they still holding him? Why? It lies because we, the Biafrans, we still don't understood that we are in a very mess, in a serious danger, in a midst of our enemy. There is the people that despise us. They don't hate us because of the oil. The oil and gas is just we are just calling on oil and the gas. Mazi, the real issue that is this, which you mentioned. Wherever Biafran or any Biafrans are, you must know he brings light, he brings prosperity, he brings energy, he shows harmony, and the white people don't like it. We are not talking of Fulanis, because Fulanis, they are enemy of Africa. The whole black race, the Fulanis are the enemy of Africa. But we are assuring them that they will pay the price at last. But we are not threatening them. It's a promise. Anybody that came out from Africa, they conspire with the white people to eliminate such person for them to grow. But Mazi, this is where we are going to demonstrate that we can never accept anything outside Biafran freedom, because Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is a fraud. Nigeria has no base or basis to exist. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. I'll be well with you.
And you too. There, remain blessed. We must continue. Yes, we have responsibility. Yeah, that's the reality. You know, our leader is still held illegally, and he is a British citizen, British passport, a British subject. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is serving the purpose of Britain, before God and man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be there 24 hours. That is the reality. If he is serving the purpose of Britain, United Kingdom, Chineke, he will not be held there, never. At that time, you will know that Britain is a heavyweight in this world. But they know what they are doing. They don't want somebody to destroy, balkanize the company. They are siphoning at least the one that have been made public. Crude oil. You see, only that, making $1 billion in less than 2 months, only on one point. And Chineke, this world, let's go. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening from here.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, my brother, thank you for picking my call. Fellow Biafrans, Movement for Freedom. My name is Mazi. I'm calling from Austria. By the special case of Excellency, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National Bureau. Mazi Jonathan, before I proceed, you asked a question today in this program when you said you sometimes don't know if we understood what we are saying. But the truth is that we, the students of Radio Biafra, we are listening and we are articulating and we are making sense of everything we are saying. This is why when we come here on Radio Biafra to ourselves, when we found ourselves sometimes in the social media, we can be able to, anything we see, we can be able to reason and know exactly what it is and what the right thing to do to destroy even the enemy when they want to come against this struggle. We must continue to let these people know, the so-called theological republic, that there is nothing to stop this generation, to stop this actualization of Biafra. It doesn't matter what they do. Just as you said right now, that if Nnamdi Kanu was happy with the interest of the British, believe you me, Nnamdi Kanu cannot stay more than 1 minute. He cannot even, Nigeria cannot even go to Kenya. It's not extraordinary education in his back with that. If British can be able to do something concerning Omorodico, when he was kidnapped in London and was intercepted, what of the person bearing their own citizenship? They kept quiet. We don't see. We are deaf. We can't talk. We cannot hear. Blindfolded themselves as if they don't know what is happening. But they have made their last bus stop. Ndị akụkọ aka na-akpa aja. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened our eyes and we cannot go blind anymore. IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must continue to do what we are doing until the day we come. They will say, these people carry our hour and go. We are tired. Because these are what people are fighting all over the world. Our people scavenging all over the world. We are tired of serving the foreigners. We want to go back home. Just as you are talking about these doctors working their ass off in London, over 10,000 of them. What they do if they store our oil and gas, they will also bring us another, try to bring us to another slavery in London. Our people are working themselves and they are paying them peanuts. But it's better sometimes. Let this something keep on happening to our people. One of our brothers said he wants something that will happen to our people, even if they feel them in thousands, so that they can be able to wake up on their slumber. Because when they are starting this in the Radio Biafra, some of them are dead. They behave as if they don't hear. The same way who said it's not people today in speaking an English. We went to a number and asked a number of people to vote for him. Wearing a cap. And people cannot ask this question. People cannot stand and talk about you that can say you are not evil. What are you doing in a number of wearing red cap? These people are wearing red cap. Is it not evil? The same what they call obituary that knows the truth after going to say Danny Street, the man said is obedient. People are talking rubbish about him. He knows the truth. P2P knows that Nigeria cannot work. We just want to deceive the people for not to stay. So what we are saying here is that it doesn't matter what they do. They must release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They must release him because holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring more calamity in that country. They don't know who they are holding. Enough is enough. The big enough. We cannot continue to hold this thing because we are keeping quiet because of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anything Nigeria wants to get from us, then we will get it in front of us. Because people have died and we cannot allow the death of these thousands and millions of Biafrans to go in vain. It is impossible. Earlier the better they know this, earlier better for them to do the needful before it will be too late for them. Because our mind has been corrupted. Nigeria is a destiny killer. Earlier, the better they know that we are no more happy. They must let God go. Pharaoh, let my people go. Jew, let Biafrans go. This is what we are saying, and there's nothing that will take a man about it. May God give our blessing and Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. My name's Mazi K.C. Adams. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, I always like whenever you use this word, primitive, because this is exactly what our people are suffering from. Do you know that the problem we have for being under Fulani is that we, as the Biafrans, especially the Igbos, are not united enough to understand that unity is the only thing that will help us fight our way invaders. We're not the only people invaders have taken over in the history of mankind, but we are the only people that are not organized enough. And the reason is this word. In fact, it makes me so happy whenever you say our people are primitive. That thing touches me because I know that is what we are suffering from. And let me explain. Being primitive is worse when people are clannish. When people are clannish, they tend to rally around people that are very close to them. This division of or creation of states, Igbos are the people that creation of states have affected so much that even up to today, as we are talking of freedom versus one Nigeria, it is still in Igbo land where you see somebody will take because the person that is declaring for office is his own fellow brother. He disregards what he will gain from having unity. And this is very, very much in our land today. So that is why whenever I use this word, primitive, I know that you understand really what we are going through. There is one friend I lost since Obi declared his candidate. He's from Anambra State, a very good friend of mine. But I see him, gradually chicken away from what we usually talk about, Biafra and this. And one time I asked him, what is that problem? He was not able to explain, but then I could sense that the point was that he believed Obi is from Anambra State. For that reason, he must surely support him. I've been very candid. I've always told him, look, this creation of state is the problem. Now, Igbos forgot that we are a people of clan. For instance, if you go to Anambra State, go to Imo, go to Enugu, you see every clan there. You will see an Aro man, you will see an Eri man. But creation of state made us to believe that if I'm from one state, like I see a lot of people say, oh, I'm from Imo, I'm from Anambra, especially the people from Anambra, because I like to say things there the way they are. They tend to see when the word Anambra, it means every other person is foreclosed. It means they are different from other people. And they preach it, they show it in character. This is what I used to tell my friends, because I used to say things the way they are. So I keep telling our people, until when we go back to know that we are a people, it doesn't matter how many group of people that are settled. But the truth is that if you go to Imo today, you find an Aro man. If you go to Abia, you find an Aro man, you find a Riman, you find other clans. And this is how we are all together as a people. But creation of states, there is a people that have got into them, so they build their own state as a political weapon that if something is coming from other states, they look at it that, no, why is it not us? And I'm using this opportunity to appeal to our people. Look, I respect so many people, especially IPOB members. They don't have this mentality. IPOB members, to me, are like people who are just, who are, moving in unity, understanding whom they are. But unfortunately, there are so many people who are still trapped into this idea of my state, my state, my state. So that word primitive is, we are suffering so much because we are primitive. I'll give you one example again. The day Obi declared his candidates, under 1 hour, more than 19,000 people have already followed him. Now, I'm not saying all of them are from Anambra, but the truth is that you realize that people are so
blind to the point that they are leaving what will unite us to have freedom. Even some people even prefer to be in one Nigeria because they believe they have built an empire into one Nigeria which they cannot leave. So that is why I always say, I used to tell my friends whenever I meet, I said, we are missing the point. State creation, whatever name is called, is not a priority other than whom we are or why we should not have unity. So I look at it that this is where our problem lies. If you see what is happening today, if we are very united, if we are really fed the pains of the slavery we are in Nigeria, all of us will unite together and say, and if we do it, Fulani will run away. Like you always said, if an insider do not allow invader, they will never invade us. So Ndi was supposed to work so much on this mentality of clannishness. It is our biggest problem. I know people don't want to go there. Everybody's being careful, but I say things the way they are. If you want, go and make research. Even in Facebook today, make research. You will see what I'm telling you. So I'm appealing to those who have not come along to have this mentality that we are a people. If you are an arrow man, remember an arrow is everywhere. Don't take yourself because an arrow in Imo State cannot discriminate arrow in Enugu State. An arrow in Enugu State cannot discriminate the one in. So we are one people, united by clan. If we really want to say, and that clan is what makes us as the people. The state has no meaning, but unfortunately, a lot of people are so gripped on this idea of state division, clannish people. So if we are to be like the rest of the world, we'll look at unity, interest, other than people that are close to us, people that are from our state, this and that. So Ndi Igbo actually are very primitive people. So I want to thank you so much for enlightenment. To be honest, this is my first time on getting you. I have always tried, sometimes become impatient, but I'm really, really happy to that I got you on the line. Thank you, and keep on with what you are doing. You are really doing wonderful. Thank you very much.
There, Mazi, you've said it all, honestly. Last time we discussed like in a panel about clanism, and I'll still bring it out again. And what you say, you're right, completely. It's primitivity. I used to say it. People think that being civilized is when you wear good shirts, drive nice car, build nice house. You are civilized. No. You can live in a hut and be civilized. You can be riding a private jet and you are still primitive. You understand? You can be a PhD holder, but you are still primitive in your character, in your way. This is state creation. Is it anytime the way the caliphate does something? In 1967, they created the rivers and the cross river. They created also, I think, Kanu, Kaduna. They created states in the north. Anything they do, not only in our land. But why is it in our land that we take this as the end of the world? We now identify ourselves. That's why sometimes when I see people, our Igbo Biafrans, criticizing those in our brothers in the River Rhine, or Bendel Igbo, or this and that I'm not Igbo, or this and that I'm from Rivers man. I say, what about you? What about you? Anambra, Imo, Ebony. It's the same thing, that mentality. The Fulani, they are everywhere in the northern states. Never you hear this one say, no, I'm Castina Fulani. Never. No. Once they tell you they are Fulani, if I'm talking of a state self, even Fulani from outside Nigeria, they don't see them and say, no, I'm this. They are civilized enough in order to conquer this mindset. It's a primitive mindset. I call it the primitivity. It doesn't matter, buy car, latest model and shine. That mindset is a highly primitive mindset. The mindset of, ancient Ndibo, which you still never come to terms with 21st century. I'm telling you. Because you are discriminating from yourself. Making yourself to be different from your fellow brothers. That is primitive mindset. The mindset of monkeys. It can't lead nowhere. Look at the Fulani smartly. I said it before. Smartly. They are no more talking about Fulani. They are no more talking about Mietiala. What they are now talking about, they're not. They're not. They know how to organize themselves. They know. They know. Whereas you are boasting of your community only. Your community can't do nothing. Look at the European Union. Look at Europe, Western Europe. They understand no matter that they are world powers, but they come together in the face of anything. They know, first of all, they rally round, come together. That is civilization. You understand? Let me take this caller on direct line before I take the caller waiting. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, are you there? No, it's gone. Okay, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me as we are heading towards the end of this program? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi. Mazi. Good evening. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon. Your submission this evening is so sweet. I don't have much to say. What I have to say this evening is that the zoo must understand that they must release our leader. I want to tell them, in 100 years to come, they cannot defeat IPOB. I want to tell them that they must understand that the 100 years to come, because we are prepared. Before our leader comes out, started this thing he's doing now. My leader was prepared, IPOB was prepared. They must call our leader and ask him, which kind of country do you want? Which type of referendum do you want us to organize for you? If it's to playing ping pong they are playing, they are beating around the bush. I want to tell them that IPOB is prepared. Until 100 years to come, they cannot defeat IPOB. I want to tell them that. The Fulanis must know, because what we are fighting for in that zoo is Fulani Caliphate. Because when they are talking about and Fulani Caliphate and the foolish politicians in Biafra land, those who feel that they have arrived, those who feel they can defeat those who call themselves IPOB, I want to tell them that let them continue doing what they are doing. Because that's Biafra land cannot contain all of us. Because what they're supposed to do is to tell these foolish Fulanis to release our leader before it's too late. I don't have much to say. All I have to say, and the United Nations must to do the needful, because it's too much. So, Mazi, thank you. I don't have much to say this evening.
There were. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
There we go on, please.
There we Mazi Jonathan. I greet you, Machineke. I greet you, Arimen Mazi Milimalugo from United Arab Emirates. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, I must thank Chukwadiama for you. Without the coming of IPOB, without our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we forbid inside darkness, think that we are living a life. We forbid inside darkness. You know, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, you go extra mile to open the eyes of Africa at large. You go extra mile to open our eyes to understand that we are in cage. We are just in cage like an animal. And that is how Europeans want us to be. Now, I understand this song that one of our brothers sang that says, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. With that Biafra coming, we are gone as a human being. You know, these Europeans, these Westerners, they are very wise. They are wise. That is why when they colonize us, when they colonize Africa, they will pose a criminal as a leader in Africa. They will pose a criminal as a leader in Africa. Now, if you come down to our land today, Biafra, in coastal region, they bring criminal like Asari Dokubo as a pipeline security. Now they bring them, stand them as a pipeline security. They are security for what they have. They are serving a foreigner. Now a foreigner is the master for what they have. Then they are security to what they have. That is how these Westerners want us to be. There is a audio voice that I sent to you in this WhatsApp, Mazi Jonathan. If you can be able to, if we have chance to go through it, you will see what is happening today in our land. I know you people are hearing everything. Our people was coming from Beria just 2 days ago from Onsoka. Fulani herdsmen, terrorists hijacked them. Calling an amount of money that if our people didn't bring that money, they all is going to die. Today in Nigeria, soldiers are kidnapper, police are kidnapper, navy are kidnapper. All these so-called security in Nigeria, all of them are kidnapper. But my annoyance is that our people still sleeping, still doing dorime in a time bomb. Our people is not reading the handwriting on the wall today that we are in a time bomb. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, without the coming of Biafra, we are gone as a race. I'm telling you the truth, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Without the coming of Biafra, it's better that we all perish. Because no wonder these Westerners saw us, calling us black monkey. And we deserve to be a black monkey because the type of character our people are displaying. The character of our people, because you always say that our people is like a dead body, that nothing you will do them to wake up. But Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, we must do everything possible to make sure we achieve Biafra. Without Biafra, we are gone as a race. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for your good work. I really thank you, Wachineke. You are doing very well. Thank you. Continue your good work. Continue to open our eyes.
I have to bring in Nwada Marian. You'll be the last caller, please. Go on, Nwada. Can you hear me? Nwada Marian, can you hear me? Please, you go on. You'll be the last caller.
Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, go on.
Can I start speaking?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan. How are you? I've been ready now to get you out to try the signal. How you doing, Mazi? Good evening to everyone. I'm going to be quick because I know you're going down on the program, trying to close down. My name's Marian Heda. Mazi, a couple of things you said, I just wanted to kind of touch on them briefly to add to what you said, all the things you said. One is our behavior of pulling each other down, which in other words we call using each other to undermine us, which is divide and rule. In America here, they call it crab in a bucket mentality. What do I mean? If you gather a bunch of crabs and put them in a basket or in any container, you don't have to close it. None of them will ever climb out. Because what happens is, as one tries to make his way out, the one or two of them will pull the person down. That is what we are doing. That's the behavior we have. Crab in a bucket mentality. Having said that, another revelation you made today, for me, is powerful. That they are dismantling all the railway tracks in Biafra land. Mazi, immediately you said it, one or two things came into my mind. One is this. It's a clear message to all these so-called elites. All these are so-called politicians supposed to be president to know that these guys are planning for a bigger game. This is how I look at it. Because what they're trying to do, if you're fighting a war, you need transportation. You need a way of movement. They're trying to destabilize us, immobilize us, should in case a war will break out. We will not have any way of moving large equipment. We will not have a very quick way of movement. Even though I know the railway system in the east is nothing to write home about. But completely operating the tracks is another ball game, and they're not replacing, they're not building anyone. Immediately you said it came to my mind. So I am just letting them know, because they have been in a deep slumber. These guys are not playing. Even though they continue to play takia to them, telling them they want one Nigeria, they are preparing themselves for eventuality. But I can tell you, our so-called leaders are just folding their hands and believing in the so-called crazy one Nigeria because of their personal interest or whatever they think they're going to gain. The last point I would like to make is the 3 big R's you talked about. Now, there is a positive thinking that says necessity is the father of invention. Conflict, when you look at conflict, or when the conflict happens, it depends on what you do with conflict. Through conflict, new eras emerge. Through conflict, new ideas emerge. Through conflict, new frontiers of medicine, science, whatever you call it, emerges. Example is Germany, you mentioned, you referenced. You know, Germans were very much ahead of the nuclear science. They were very close to developing nuclear bomb before Germany was overwhelmed by the war and subdued. What did people like America do? That was why America was able to be the first to come out with a fat boy. What they did was they absorbed all those scientists, nuclear scientists, brought them to America secretly, engaged them, rehabilitated them, put them back in the system in American science. They were the ones that gave them the blueprint of what? Of what they were almost accomplishing. But other countries who eliminated those scientists, that is why America was ahead of the game to be able to develop, come up with the first nuclear bomb. You can recite what I'm saying. So what am I saying here? People who are smart look at conflict and use the 3 R's after the conflict to get ahead. Whatever science you're talking about, whatever technology, whether it's the development of computer, whether it is the cell phone, smartphone we are using today, whether it's nuclear bomb, it always starts with the armies of the developed world. If they are the ones that come up with these sciences, because in their quest to be ahead of each other, that is how they rattle their brain, use their brain to engage and come up with these things before they give it to the world. Even when it comes to medicine, surgery, cosmetic surgery, it all started with all the soldiers that were being maimed in the field, while the doctors were trying to figure out how to, sew their body together. That was the true emergence of cosmetic surgery. What am I saying? Just like you said, the biggest mistake Nigeria made, which most Africans are making, is this: we look at conflict as just from the negative point of view. If at the end of the war they applied the 3 R's, a couple of things could have happened. The Biafran soldiers would have truly been reabsorbed, rehabilitated, given an honor position for coming up with intelligence or the ideas they came up with, and they would have been the engine to have pioneered Nigerian science and technology today. Okay, and if that has happened, that every Nigerian, as they claim no victor, no vanquish, we are treated equally, treated on merit, nobody will be talking about agitation, nobody will be talking about secession today. So that's the mistake we continue to do. Even in our niches like families, you see it happen. When somebody makes a mistake, instead of us to take a step back, Should the child be punished, admonished? Yes. But you look at that and help that child to take that mistake they have made. Let it be a stepping stone to advance themselves to something better. That is one mentality, one psychology we must continue to drum. They made that mistake. And all the mistakes we are making as we are going through this agitation, I believe, I know we're going to use them to build Biafra. That's why Biafra is going to be one of the greatest empire or country that's going to emerge. Why? Because we are going through stress to acquire it. If we just acquire Biafra without all these stresses, believe you me, we will not make use of. We will not understand what we've achieved. Mazi, look at even this 1 year that our Hamadike has been held in confinement. Look at how DOS have evolved to a better place. So conflict cannot be looked at something bad. But yes, Mother Nature even throw conflict into us to engineer us, because when a man is pushed to their corner, that's when they are supposed to use their best of their ability, which is the human mind. Mazi, I'm going to stop here. Thank you for the opportunity. I know you're whining that. God bless you.
There, woman, you're always on point. Very eloquent. That's it. Just as you said, how will the caliphate make Onyamini, really bring make Onyamini equal? For them to take everything. The caliphate, before even during the, I think 11 days after Nigeria independence, they said that Ahmad Bello, that their ambition in Nigeria is to make everybody to be slaves, so that they will be on top. That is the thing. So they don't care. It's weird that he's talking about modern technology. That is not their problem. Or productivity. That is not their problem. As long as they saw a place they can be sucking natural resources and selling it, looting the money, keeping the almajiris, their hordes of almajiris, giving them, sacrifice every day, giving them crumbs to eat. Whatever that they are talking about, human natural resources, is not they are not there with you. That is not their problem. So when I think about this, I see the problem we are in. We are in a very huge mess. I didn't understand how our politicians don't understand this. When I see Peter Obi, as intelligent as he is, he's talking about changing Nigeria, progressing Nigeria. I laugh. I laugh in Latin. Even people that are supporting him out of emotion. I say, so these people, can't you people even reason? I cannot understand. How can you all of a sudden you turn Peter Obi enters office and the Almajiris will disappear and they become educated in order to be productive? How? How is it possible? Something Britain cannot do. Britain, during the colonization era, they were not even to westernize or educate the northerners. They were not able. Their emirs urged, begged Britain, said, leave us like this. Only we give you our elites to educate, no problem. But leave us with our population like this. Because they don't want them educated. Because they feel that if they educate them, they will pose a problem to them. Their eyes will be open. And they will rebel against them. So it's better to keep them like that in darkness. So that they will be behaving like 6th century Homo sapiens. 6th century. When Islam came into being. That is exactly the way they are behaving. Even that time, they are more refined self than the way these people behave now. So, if Peter Obi enters there, I used to wonder, say, okay, what will he do? What is that magic he's going to do? Good luck, Jonathan built how many hundreds of schools, spent billions of naira, and built something. Today, some of those schools are turned into mosques. some maybe their toilet places, with money, heavy money. In order to educate their marginaries, they laugh him. They say, look at this one. Onyama, you don't even know where he's going. So, what is that miracle that Peter Obi is going to do? I want to understand. Because when you tell our people, they don't, sometimes some of our people don't want to listen to the reality. They don't want to listen to the reality. And that is the problem with them too, with us, some of our people, in this religious issue. They'll tell you, so this thing I was born, my father was a catechist, and so I was born and brought up. So are you telling me that this and that is not true? It is not that that it's not true, but they don't want to believe it. They block their mind, say, no. Why are you no, it's our brother, let us vote for him, anything. I say, can you see this type of people? If not in the primitive era. When people will sit down, you remove a sentiment, remove it. Now think, how is any president, how is anybody going to come to change Nigeria to become a paradise, to become developing? Before God and man, the powers that be, they will sabotage you. Remember when good luck Jonathan put Ihejirika, he was fighting successfully the Boko Haram. They sabotage him, you have to remove him. What is this man going to do? What is it that he's going to do? That, okay, let us remove sentiment in making judgments that concerns us, that concerns our collective interests. Because that sentiment is what is killing us. You make judges say, no, leave it like that. After we will check. Now, this is our time. You are time of what? After 4 or 8 years, you start shouting. You start crying again. Are you a human being? Why can't you think? And say, no, this is not the time for us to do this thing for election. It is time for a referendum. That is to go back to the grassroots and ask ourselves, do we really want to belong to Nigeria? That is the basic thing. Because for now, there has not been any definition of Nigeria. Let us define a Nigeria and practicalize it to ask people whether you belong, whether you want to belong or not. That is a start. Not using sentiments. What is a Nigerian? A Fulani, they tell you that every Fulani in this world is a Nigerian. The doors and borders are open. It's a Nigerian. Well, you come, you don't need even paper to enter Nigeria. No need. And you ask, okay, and you are defending Nigeria, unity of Nigeria. Now you ask, who is a Nigerian? What is the criteria of being a Nigerian? That is what we want to ask ourselves, which is the most important question. You ask through referendum, you want to belong to Nigeria or not? Yes or no? Not being there and a foreigner from Britain. Katrina Liang will be telling you that no, you have to be as you are. The unity of Nigeria is should not be negotiated. It's not negotiable. And you ask, that unity of Nigeria is at whose cost? At our cost. And you agree, okay, I agree. As a chicken, sacrificial chicken, and the whole animals gather and say, okay, the chicken will be used for sacrifice. Okay, for peace to reign, I agree. What type of peace is that at our expenses? At our expense. What type of peace? Doesn't the Southern Sudanese, do you think that they are crazy? They don't want peace? They don't want peace to reign? Do you think that they are crazy fighting 39-year-old war for 39 good years? Do you think that they are crazy? Because they don't want peace at every cost, at their own cost. Not what this useless Igbo fulefus we call politicians. They want us to, anything peace. Oh, we want peace at our cost, to kill us, to destroy our farmland, to destroy our talents, to destroy our school system, just for peace to reign. Are you not stupid? Remember, We can never allow all those people to detect for us again. As our brother said, in 100 years, you cannot defeat IPOB because we are prepared. We are prepared. There is we stop, all of us perish. So we continue. We continue. Our leader must be released. I've been saying it. Okay, that is the only thing I have to say. Our leader must be released for peace for at least negotiation to start. But when you block, they hold you here. You say no. It's a court that we decide. Now court decide. You say no. I cannot. No, it's this. What do you want? You are testing our resolve. That is it, and it will affect everybody. I assure you that. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is where we worship. Biafra is our mode of life, our identity. Without Biafra, we are nothing. Therefore, thank you for listening to this program. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.